Hey folks, you're about to listen to just a small sampling of the plethora of dogshit posts on this topic. For the full episode that has more posts, plus weekly bonus episodes that have even more awful posts, head over to patreon.com/reportthisposts. For just $5 a month, you will finally be guaranteed happiness. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 146 of Report This Posts, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger, and that is Christian.
Give me some pizza, you old troll.
And we're your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian, myself, or a listener select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. And this week's topic, as chosen by a listener named Jamie, is the Real Housewives television program.
The franchise. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the multi-billion-dollar franchise brings in more money than all four major sports combined, probably. A true empire that is unstoppable with its incredibly make-believe drama that goes on every week between some of the ugliest skanks that have ever been recorded. Some truly vile monsters that belong in some sort of sewer have married rich guys.
That's right.
And now they're housewives. Supposedly.
That's right, yeah. Allegedly. Yeah. That's the...
A lot of them are real boss babes, too, which we'll get into later.
Yeah, there's a lot of spin-offs and merchandising for this year series of shows.
Yeah.
Last check, I think when I was looking, there's like 12 different versions of this or spin-offs from it. Insane.
Yeah, I can personally attest to the fact that The Real Housewives is on various screens in this house more than the news, the weather, any sports, because my wife is always watching it. She's watching it right now as we record, in fact. It's just what she puts on. It's always on.
That's what women do. That's what they like. They like to watch it.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of women, Jamie, I'm assuming, is a woman who chose this episode topic. How did she do that?
Well, it could be a Hispanic guy named Jaime, too.
That's true. Let's assume it is. How did
Jaime
choose this episode?
Went over to patreon.com/reportthispost and signed up to be a member of one of the higher tiers. I believe it was the $10 mod level. And
that's right.
After a couple months, got a lovely message from me asking what topic he, she, them wanted to cover.
He, she, huh? Well, that's not an appropriate term to use anymore.
And Jamie chose Real Housewives. So
Jaime plopped down 10 pesos a month and gets to choose a topic as anyone else can when they put down a similar amount of money. We have several more patrons who have selected topics in the next couple months coming up here. You can join the foray as well. Head over to patreon.com/reportthispost, and you'll want to sign up as soon as possible because next weekend, July 10th, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, is the next live show that we are doing exclusively for our wonderful, beautiful patrons. And you will actually be privileged enough to look at the faces of such beautiful people. And yours could be one of them as well. When you join this live Zoom show, you can even contribute posts. Maybe you can contribute good posts. That would be a fun change of pace.
Yeah, that's kind of what we ask for you guys to do is when you come on the live shows, have something to read. Please stay away from Magic the Gathering forums.
Yes.
Or, yeah, really, that's the only thing we don't need any more of.
And if you're one of our, Danish listeners, stay away from several cases of beer. And then losing a liver in the process. So
folks, if you want to know what we're talking about, come on over, join the Patreon, patreon.com/report this post, and you can get in on all the fun. Yeah, you might even see some guy's wife's feet.
Yep, that has happened in the past, and knowing our wonderful patrons, someone's going to escalate that, and I don't know what that entails, but I think there's just going to be a static shot of someone's asshole, just when we said, all right, Chris, you got a post, like, yep, and then it's just his asshole, and he's just puckering, and then just a turd just falls right out of it. And then everyone will get to see me commit suicide live on Zoom. So look forward to that, everyone.
I think there's not enough assholes on camera already, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of assholes, Christian, why don't we go ahead and get started with these posts, huh?
Absolutely. So, user Buggy Bitch asked, are Real Housewives? Does anyone else feel bad for Jacqueline? Listeners out there, Jacqueline is one of the Real Housewives of New Jersey fame, and one of the few women on these shows that I would stick my penis into. Buggy Bitch asks, everyone on here accuses her of being crazy, and I don't disagree that there's definitely something wrong with her, but she does have a child with severe autism. Having a child with special needs can take a toll on the parents emotionally. You are putting so much time into helping this child, and the payoff is very little. And imagine how hard it is to think that your child is never going to have a normal life, and that's really difficult to cope with. I would also assume that Chris and her are putting a ton of money into helping their child, which definitely adds another element of stress. I just had to make a post because I just felt bad watching this past week's episode. Mm-hmm. So in response to the question, does anyone else feel bad for Jacqueline? The top comment with 74 upvotes from user Let's Just Get Pizza was simply no.
Yeah.
And I would have to probably agree that she's making hand over fist money on that show, I would assume. And probably wants for nothing. So
yeah. Something I noticed in these forums for Real Housewives is most of the people that love the show really hate the people on it. Which you would think they would have some sort of like close connection to them, or have some sort of pity for them or anything. No, they seem to admire them for being reprehensible creatures that have bad things happen to them.
Sure,
which I can appreciate.
Sure, why not? Yeah, a lot of the people that watch these shows probably don't have a lot of drama in their own lives, so seeing it happen to somebody else is the closest they're going to get.
Yeah. Well, this one's that one was from Real Housewives. So this one's from Bravo Real Housewives. Don't know why there's two of them. They're both very popular. It's the same thing. My therapist brought up Real Housewives today. She used Erica Jane as an example of how looks can be deceiving and people often put up a front to hide their true selves. I picked a good one. Has anyone else talked about Bravo in therapy? And user Bravo Boy responded, I wish my therapist was a Bravo viewer. It would not only save us time when I'm explaining a situation, but also give my stories texture. I once mentioned Meghan Markle to him, and he didn't even know what I was talking about then, so I'd say it's pretty much hopeless at this point.
Okay.
Yikes. This therapist is very happily cashing a check every week from this guy as he goes in to recap the latest Bravo drama.
Yeah, okay. How often are you bringing up Bravo in therapy that it would help if your therapist was also a viewer? Yeah. That's not good. That's not that's not what you want.
Bad side. Oh boy. Yeah, Bravo Boy. Living up to his name.
Incredible. Calling your therapist at 9:30 at night. I need to talk to you tomorrow morning because this this Andy Cohen special that was on about the Real Housewives really has me in a tizzy.
Yeah. Just a sigh from the other end. Like, and then just also like looking around at all the things in his house that was bought because of this freak. He's like,
because of
well, I guess
Bravo
we'll do it
Boy.
then. Yeah.
Legal name, Bravo Boy. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt. Some sort of tattoo on his body related to this, I'm sure.
Oh. Yeah, the name of one of the housewives' children, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, speaking of therapy, user mindyourown_biz posted, does Ramona have a mental illness? On our Real Housewives. I'm not trying to be rude or funny, but I'm genuinely astounded by her erratic behavior at times. Does anyone know anything? I'm on season 3, episode 4 for reference. At Jill's party at Saks, Ramona just goes off on everybody, and it's extremely inappropriate asking Kelly in front of strangers if she had a boob job and is in everyone's face. Thoughts? And user miscellaneous replied, I've wondered if she's mildly autistic. User in doubt to act arrest added, my frankly uneducated opinion is that she is on pharmaceutical quote-unquote assists during the dramatic histrionics she displays. She is the type to think that they aren't real drugs because they come from a doctor, and she drinks for hours during filming. Her eyes and body movements are very strange. I suggest watching her without sound. However, even when she is sober, she is greedy, narcissistic, and phony. So it's not the pills, it's her awful personality at play. Housewives of Reddit responded, are we really going to speculate on people's mental illnesses? And Jay Hay All Day replied to that simply, yes.
These users are very succinct on these subreddits. They really just like, yeah, we're just...
Yep, that's what we're doing.
Why wouldn't you speculate on their mental illnesses when that's like... The show is giving all that to you.
90% of it, right?
Enjoy. That is the whole point of the thing. Is you get to see these crazy broads do crazy things, and that's why you enjoy it, presumably, right?
I would hope so. I mean, I can't imagine sitting down and just sitting down and being like, I can't wait to watch my favorite crazy bitches. I hope nobody is dangerously insane on tonight's episode.
It'd be great if they all just sat down and had a calm little chat.
And nobody flipped the table over. Oh,
yeah.
The dream. Yeah. Good God.
Yeah, I mean, but, like, at worst, they're extremely mentally ill.
Sure.
Because of the actions. At best, they're mentally ill because they do all these fake things on a TV show for money.
Yes.
And
yeah,
pretending it's real.
Yep.
You know, like it's bad either way.
Yeah, there's layers to it for sure. Yeah. Depending on which way you want to go with it. Yeah. Either way, not great. Yeah.
Yeah. So the cover art, episode art for this week's episode, of course, is based on the infamous meme that we all know and love. This is from our RHOBH, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. My reaction when I realized that Taylor was the, quote, woman who screams at cat meme. I've always loved the woman who screams at cat meme, but when I watched the second season, I think it was, and Taylor was in a huge fight, I was like, I know this. Now I have mixed feelings about the meme. I hope Taylor is doing better today. And that's because the backstory of the meme is that Taylor had a very heated row with fellow cast member Camille Grammer in Season 2 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Taylor had just told her friends about her late husband allegedly abusing her. Camille was then filmed gossiping with other cast members about it, which reportedly made Taylor worried about what her current husband would think, and this sparked a huge fight. Also, her late husband blew his brains out. So,
Okay.
User Ingrid Lupton responded with this. I had a lot of sympathy for her until she latched onto her married lawyer as her next meal ticket. It would have been great if she'd used her own smarts and sweat equity to earn the zip code she was so set on.
I gotta tell you, I think putting out to get put up in a penthouse is probably a pretty good idea on its own. So,
and it's kind of these ladies' brand. Like, it's their whole thing is that they do that. Like, they're not gonna like, well, I better get to work now. Like, no, that's not what these gals do.
Well, now I can finally cash my own checks. Why? What for? What is the reason? What could possibly be the reason? Yeah,
I imagine they make plenty of money as it is just from being on the show.
One would think, one would hope. I mean, that's the big thing. Really hoping
they make money from just being someone with money who goes on TV and has money. It's great. Kelsey
Grammer's ex-wife, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, fun lady.
Speaking of dead people, a lot of Kelsey Grammer's entire family has died in various horrific accidents and everything. Guy's had a very tragic life. I think didn't his first wife die or something like that?
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, under mysterious circumstances, I believe.
Yeah, Phil Hartman's wife was seen leaving the scene, actually. So, speaking of Beverly Hills, a lady named Jen posted this to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills official Facebook page.
Okay.
I think it is despicable that Sutton made the comments she made about going to get a mammogram on tonight's episode. It was a disgrace that she complained so much about a mammogram when so many women are battling breast cancer every single day with way more strength, grace, and grit than she portrayed simply getting a mammogram. Also, terrible message to women that are at her age she has not gotten one until now, and she was such a baby about it. Get rid of her. She is doing no favors to women. She is weak, she complains, and she brings nothing to the show. 0 likes and 0 comments on that one.
Great. Well, first of all, the biggest issue here is that she said women get mammograms when we know that there's plenty of non-women who get mammograms as well. And I think that's very important to say that. But also, it seems a lot of women don't like mammograms.
Getting their tits smashed, yeah. Doesn't sound like it's a great time, for sure. But
so, in terms of things that these gals are doing on the show, this seems like one of the more innocuous things. I'm not seeing how it's a disgrace.
Well, she's not supporting her other women by getting her tits smashed in a hydraulic press to get a photo of the tissue inside her boobie photographs.
But she did it. She just didn't want to do it, right?
That's right. And she hadn't know exactly done it what prior to be fair.
Maybe
she's just bitching about that the woman on the show about women yelling at one another the entire time is not being supported or not showing strength that to not be a pillar for other women to look up to. So
otherwise, everything else about their character is great.
Yep, that's right.
Like, that's the one thing. This lady was like, all right, you know what? These women are not a great role model. As they stab each other with their heels and light their cars on fire.
Now, that would be interesting, yeah.
Roll them down hills and tires. That would
just turns into what was that? Real World versus Road Rules, the challenge, but it's just all the different housewives.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great. Maybe a few of them would die. That'd be awesome. Well, speaking of Facebook, I found a lady named Jane McSpirit who posted this to the Bravo Junkies Facebook group. So I read a lot of the postings on here, and it looks like the people who call themselves administrators are actually a couple of armchair bullies. Well, they try to bully, but it's more like failed bullshit. Total low-class failed bullshit at that. Apparently they participate in this site for the pure purpose of trying to be armchairs thugs. So the group is officially reported to Facebook. I've taken all the proof I need. Your copies of the conversations that you're so proud of that you need to immortalize by screenshotting and posting was enough on its own right. Also shows that the, quote, rules only apply when you want them to. Good luck. Have fun in Facebook jail, bitches. That little post of hers got over 750 comments. And this was all started because of a thread that she posted earlier in the day. I'm curious if anyone else had noticed that Kyle from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills started to not only wear Lisa Vanderpump's signature pink color, but started to dress similar as well. Then she even started wearing her hair in the half-raised ponytail that LVP did all last season. I think it's so odd. And most of the people that made fun of her, which got her upset, because they were joking about how she's upset that one of the ladies was wearing pink. Because her signature color of pink.
That's so
Only
bizarre.
one woman on TV can do that.
That's right. Well, it's kind of like the Power Rangers. Like you can only have one of each on the team at a time. So until Lisa Vanderpump dies in a tragic accident off screen, they have to get a new Pink Ranger.
That's right. I think that was the Yellow Ranger, wasn't it?
It was Trini.
The Yellow Ranger was Asian. The Black Ranger was black.
Mm-hmm.
Early 90s was great.
The guy with rage issues was red.
Yes.
It all tracks.
And the normal white guy was blue. The most safe normal color.
Well, normal, I mean, he was gay outside of the show. I mean,
Oh, was that the one who was doing gay porn?
I don't think he was doing gay porn. That was a different guy, but he was... There's been so many... Hey, folks, tune in 8 weeks, probably, for our Power Rangers episode.
Well, we talked about the two big tragedies from Power Rangers. One of the actors died, and the other one was gay.
The worst things that could happen to somebody. Great. Well, as we were saying at the opening of the show, this is a whole dynasty franchise sort of thing, and there are over 50 books written by various cast members of the Real Housewives series. Have
they read 50 books?
No, for sure not. No. One of them stood out to me, though, the title of which is Love Italian Style, The Secrets of My Hot and Happy Marriage, written by New Jersey housewife Melissa Gorga. It's up on Amazon and has some pretty interesting reviews, such as this one titled, in all caps, Marital Rape Handbook.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, any chance you can create a negative stars function? This book is full of contradictions, fluff, and general BS. But above all else, it condones marital rape with this fun little passage. Men, I know you think your woman isn't the type who wants to be taken, but trust me, she is. Every girl wants to get her hair pulled once in a while. If your wife says no, turn her around and rip her clothes off. She wants to be dominated. Women don't realize how easy men are. Just give us what we want. I shudder to think of how those children will grow up giving their parents twisted views on sex and marriage. Amazon, I am going to assume no one in your staff read this, otherwise you should be ashamed of yourselves for carrying this dangerous drivel. Pretty easy. No means no.
Damn.
Conversely, a lady named Sarah gave it a 5-star review stating, This book is absolutely wonderful. I love how she is so strong in her beliefs as to how a marriage should be. It's rare in this day and time to find women like her and myself, and it was just a good read and not to feel alone in my belief system.
Belief system, okay. Of getting tossed around like a rag doll in the bedroom.
My husband absolutely wallops the piss out of me every single day. I mean, that's how marriage is supposed to be. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at Melissa Gorga now, which, what an awful name. But 2.3 million followers on Instagram, which is staggering to me. She definitely, very New Jersey looking broad, undoubtedly has a face full of calluses built up from taking hits from all sorts of guys from Jersey. Yeah. Boy, I don't get the fascination with this stuff, but she's got a new collection over on Envy.
What is that?
I don't know.
Great.
It's her I guess her collection. And she's got a whole bunch of clothes and such. We got a blazer that's $345. It's plaid, and on the back it says "Sweet but Psycho."
Cool.
And again, don't know who that's. Who? I feel like if you have the money to buy something like that, you would just You would also be someone who would be making your own line of clothing for...
Sure, yeah. You would be an influencer in your own right. Sure,
yeah.
Why not?
I don't know who's... I guess maybe it's for like ironic Brooklyn guys or something like that. So to wear that around. Podcasters.
Brooklyn guy. Yeah, podcaster wearing a Real Housewives
Sweet
$800 jacket.
Blazer.
Isn't this fun? I used 1/8 of my Patreon earnings to get this jacket.
A lot of guys who cashed out on Bitcoin, which we'll get to later. Here's a thread titled, "Oh, brother, on our crippling alcoholism." Sometime in the afternoon yesterday, I decided I was going to play hooky from work today, so of course that gave me license to have a rip-roaring Sunday night party. I was hard-charging, ran out of booze, and was chugging the cooking wine. I'm ashamed to say it wasn't all that bad. Woke up still feeling drunk and stoned. But it's going to be 70 degrees today, and I'm kicking it in my jammies watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Fuck yeah. Well, that thread was started 7 years ago, which is staggering to think that subreddit's been around that long. But I went to the OP's profile, and this is one of the more recent threads. 5 years sober. Wow, I knew this day might come sometime, and now it has. In some ways, I think I don't even really ruminate much on alcohol anymore. In other ways, I think now it's kind of a pivotal time to not forget what being fully entrenched in that addiction felt like. I will not drink with you today. So I guess this person realized that sitting around drunk watching Real Housewives of Atlanta on a Sunday was not the key to happiness. And a very rare success story from that subreddit.
Wow. Success, I mean, oh, brother, indeed. Way to be a quitter.
That actually does sound
fucking
really
loser.
If that's your Sunday, just drunk and stoned, just watching TV all day.
Well, time for me to uncork this here rice wine.
Oh, man. Well, local CVS is out of mouthwash due to my recent purchases that I don't remember making. But
I'm a big dental hygiene aficionado. And,
yeah. Sure, my teeth are completely stained and my breath is horrific. But man, does that mouthwash go make for a great little late night little snack? There's a little straw sticking out of the bottle, top of the Listerine. Like a little Mai Tai umbrella in it.
It's the umbrella, but it's on one of those floss sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. Fun. Well, over back on our Bravo Real Housewives, someone asked, "What are your housewives' conspiracy theories?" And Vodka Sauce Pizza commented, "The producers procure cocaine or Adderall for the ladies, so they keep things lively while they're drinking and don't just pass out. The villain edit is a spiteful response to off-screen drama that makes headlines, or them skipping events and reunions." And Young B. Davis 94 replied, "This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's a fact."
Oh, okay. Probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, clearly, they're definitely encouraged to drink and do whatever.
Yeah.
For the good of the show, I would presume. Which, again, not a bad living if you can get it.
If you can get it. That's right.
Sure, they'll all be dead before they're 60, but who gives a shit? It's a good run. They'll be worthless by then anyway.
They'll be all real dried up. Real yuck. Yuck.
I mean, they're already, most of these women are north of 35 anyway.
Sure.
Oof. What?
And as we all know, women are useless after they reach that pinnacle. So,
well,
sorry, ladies. Too bad.
Certainly, they. No, you're right. So, I found this post in the Bravo Junkies Facebook group again, posted by a lovely woman named Kimberly Thomas. Not Bravo related, but I don't understand why midgets get to have kids and spread whatever DNA they have to be a, quote, midget. So.
Just thinking here.
Yeah.
Hey, what gives the gall of these people? Where do they get the right?
If I could call them people.
These freaks. I better go ask the gals on the one Facebook group I'm a member of, where I spend 19 hours a day posting.
It's one of those things where this person was like, "Wow, people love saying things that are a little blue, a little gossipy. I'm gonna do one of my own threads like that," and then completely missed the mark with what she thought the tone of the forum was like.
We're all catty, right? Well, let me get real with you.
Yeah. Ugh. Why would she say that?
Yuck.
Well, no one answered her, sadly.
Little Housewives Big World, the new spinoff coming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
There is like a little person like Real Housewives thing, I think. It's not Real Housewives, but there is. Okay, great.
Of course.
Oh,
that was a big thing, like, 7 years ago or something that?
Yeah, midget TV, sure. Yeah.
How has no one selected that as a topic yet? Don't know.
Please don't.
Please do. I would love it. Well, I guess we did a Short Guys episode. I don't know if that counts, but
no, that's men that think they're being ostracized by society.
And then they're correct.